Hey guys, welcome to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with me, your host, Jason Hook. Super brown eyebrows, gray hair. Alright, let's get into it. What we're listening to is Sunshine Ward, Nuclear Ambitions. Sorry guys. This is a local Boston band. This came out this past year. I didn't get a copy of it because I'm a dope. My friend Mike Rufio, Art of the P, Topper, Rufio the Punk, of numerous other names, actually picked it up for me and held on to it for a little bit. I ran into him a little while ago, got it from him, been spinning it ever since. There's the back of it. What's up, Jeff? I don't know if you're going to see this. You might. Seam split, man. But, yeah, this is a local band out of Boston. It's hardcore punk. Very fast. As you can hear, some feedback. Really great shit. Really great band. This is a 12-inch EP. So it's, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 10 songs on here. It's played at 45. Like how it says right there. 10-track EP with the peace sign. Then you get the lyrics on the back here. The fucking system is still absurd. This is for Nick Poot. But this is some great shit. A growled vocal, fast punk hardcore, highly recommended. It's on what is it? Bloody Master Records. So check it out. This is Sunshine Ward, Nuclear Ambitions. And this is 2018, so available from a punk distro near you, or the band if they go on tour. Go see them. So the first thing I want to show here is Invasión, Caza. So this band turned into Destino Final, who I believe I talked about in another episode of this. This came out earlier in their. This came out in 2008. They changed their name in 2008. So this is another 12-inch EP, 45 RPM EP. This is all. They're from Spain. I wrote down. They're from Barcelona. This is all sung in Spanish. So here you just get this. I believe that's a stamp. It's all nice, like it's a hand stamp. This is a hand screen print. You can tell. You get this white lyric sheet here. It's all in Spanish. You guys know that my Spanish is not good from the other videos here. And then this is cool. This is stamped. I don't know if you can really tell. It's black vinyl, but that's stamped on there. There's nothing on the B side. The only bummer I have for me in this is that the sleeve is huge and I can't fit it into a plastic sleeve. It's almost like they took a mailer and cut it. I don't know if you guys can see that. But and then did a screen print on it. But it's on La Vida in un Muse Disco's Punk, which I've talked about on this channel numerous times, and I butcher every single time I say it. But what you get here is kind of similar to what we're listening to now, but sung in Spanish. Lots of feedback, distort. There's like some weird like fade-ins and fade-outs with the recording. That's cool. It's really cool shit. But that's Invasión, Caza. Next we have some Massachusetts flavor here. A bunch of shit stuck in here. Here we have Have Heart, Songs to Scream at the Sun. This is the repress they just put out this past year. This record's actually 10 years old, which is crazy. So it's a gatefold. So what you hear is you got the gatefold here. The record is clear. It's clear with red haze. So it's kind of like a pink or purplish. Yeah, so this just came out. I got this a few weeks ago. It's on Bridge 9. Have Heart were a local hardcore band. I'm sure you guys who were plugged into hardcore at the time know who Have Heart are. They got very, very popular. But this is their second LP. A little bit different than the first, not completely different. Lots of the lyrical content on here is pretty heavy. Lots of father, son, mother, son, brother, like references. So looks like the singer was going through, might have been going through some heavy shit and decided to put it out on a record. But it's great hardcore. There's some chorus, sing-along vocals, just great shit. But also with this one, just check the lyrics on this. It's not your standard, straightforward, boring stuff. Like this, he was going through some shit when he recorded this. So, or when he wrote it and recorded it. So definitely check it out. This is Have Heart, Songs to Scream at the Sun. Yeah, Songs to Scream at the Sun. I always fuck up titles, man. I try to read them and it gets in my head. But this is the repress. This is still you can get this LP very easily. So go over to Bridge 9 and grab it, or go to Record Store again. Just like the stuff I showed you, distro. I'll post a link. I think it might just be a song, but definitely check this out. It's good shit. Revisit it if you never got into this band back in the day for whatever reason. Just give it a spin now. It holds. It holds up very well. Next, I have a kind of a big thing here. Vinyl Richie ordered this, but he ordered the Radio Raheem version. This is the Venom. This is a band from England, from the 70s, kind of like a soccer hooligan punk band. This came out on Punk House Record Shop. So this is the UK version of that repress that Radio Raheem did, where it's limited to 200. This is 170 out of 200. So it's a lot of the same stuff, but it just comes in this packaging. Pull all this out. So what you get here, first thing you get here is you get this little tissue package, this little kind of wax paper container in here. So you get a postcard of the band playing. It's actually got lyrics on for Living on for the Weekend on it. You got a magnet, Venom, Arrington's, Crombie's, Anarchy, and Bondage, which is the name of this record. It says gold vinyl on it, so maybe this is... I got the gold vinyl version, so it came from the magnet. This business card, it's actually for the download. Sorry if I'm being weird. Yeah, you actually have to, you send them an email and you get the download code for it. Then this other cool thing where it's got this logo, this is embossed, but it says the Venom. Kind of see it there with the logo. And it's just another like card for Punk House Records. So this is a short LP, so after I go through this, I'm going to flip the record. I'm not going to do it mid talking to you. So this is on gold vinyl. I believe it's in here. Yeah. This is comes with this. And then you got all the song titles on the back. All tracks recorded between 1979 and 1982. And then you pull this out. Then you got the sleeve here. It's like photos and art and clippings from newspapers and ads. There's another one. It's a clipping from like, it looks like it's probably from Sounds or Enemies. It Sounds. I forget. You'll set me straight. And then you pull it out here and it's in a plastic sleeve and here's the gold vinyl. So this isn't a discography because there definitely is songs missing on this if you dive in and do the research about Venom. But one of the interesting things that happens is, so let me show this. So then it also comes with this, which has got the cover here. I think this is what Richie's looked like, if I remember correctly. Because it does have a record sleeve in here. But this is just this is what Richie's looked like. The sleeve, the record went here. This has all this extra stuff. This is the UK pressing. So you got the Venom logo there. So this is very cool. It's very, like, put together. So, and the whole thing, I don't know if you can really tell because my phone's a piece of shit in the color, but this has, like, a gold hue to it, similar to, like, the rest of it, that kind of pops off the page. It's almost like a sepia tone, but with a gold. So you flip through here, and it's just, like, you got some, you know, Sounds, an article from Sounds talking about them. Some more stuff here. It's a funny thing. You got a letter from No Future. Dear Venom, basically no one has ever put "listen to this, you cunt" on a demo tape. They usually put in really creepy letters. Well, at least it makes a change. The question is, will 1982 be the year of the Venom Barmy Army? At the moment, we are unable to help because we're trying to cut down on the number of bands we are dealing with. So I've got to return this tape. Keep going though, you'll make it. Cheers for now, Chris Berry. So it's basically a no future rejection letter, which is funny because they basically have that new future sound. Then I caught a picture of the tape. What does it say? Does it come on there? Yeah, it's just a picture of the tape. And there's a photo here. You got some cartoons about the songs there. So, I mean, it's not a complete discography. It's pretty close. Venom, a real surprise. Swansea's Venom are improving by leaps and bounds of late and now bring new dimensions to the concept of oi. The Whales was spirited upstart-style pro-kids, anti-police corruption, anti-racist chant-along stuff with plenty of speed and soccer yob appeal. So, it's like a hooligan band. So, and then right here, it's also numbered here as well, 170 out of 200. So this is the UK version, Radio Raheem logo right here. So this is basically what the Radio Raheem US version looked like. This is the UK version from the label in the UK. I think there was also a flexi in here that might have fallen out. But that's the Venom. So it's a 70s UK punk band. If you guys dig the UK punk sound, I mean, I don't want to, sham stuff of that nature. The melodic punk sound, melodic UK 82 sound, kind of towards the end, and very kind of obscure in my eyes. I mean, I know I could be wrong. Somebody's gonna be like, I knew that band from day one, probably, but whatever. But that's the Venom, Arrington's, Crombie's, Anarchy, and Bondage in this nice package on Punk House. But this is available from Radio Raheem in a smaller one. So go order it from them. Give them your money because you always should. Let me flip the record. I like to give you guys a little break when I stand up because I know talking about records might get boring when I flip a record. Take a cut of this. This is Dr. P. Next, I have this LP I bought at a punk rock flea market. DEVO, Dr. Detroit. So this is a movie, Dr. Detroit, which I've never seen. I'm sure somebody's probably going to tell me they've seen it. I didn't even know it existed. But if you look, it looks like there's a full soundtrack here with James Brown, Patty Brooks, and TK Carter. But I've never seen this movie, so someone comment below if you have, and it's a total piece of shit. I just bought this because it's DEVO. But what you get on here is it's a classic, like the 12-inch EP soundtrack, where it's two different versions of the Dr. Detroit theme, and then a second song, Love Love. The Dance Mix one, of course, is longer. It's just basically, they loop it. It's a DEVO thing. I bought it. It's on Backstreet Records. But that's Dr. Detroit, starring Dan Aykroyd, so obviously there's some sort of money. I think it's 82. But someone tell me about this, because I listen to the song. It's a DEVO song. It's a little bit of the later DEVO. It's a little bit more poppy. But it's definitely DEVO, but I know nothing about this movie. You call me a poser again. Speaking of being a huge poser, next I have the Adam Sandler, They're All Gonna Laugh at You double LP. This was a Record Store Day release. And I didn't even know it was out. Like, I remember shortly before Record Store Day, I found out this was coming out. And I made it a point to get it because this record was like, well, I had it on tape and CD, and now I don't know on record. Like, I listened to this. Like, I can probably do every skit here verbatim off the top of my head. This was like heavy rotation for me as a kid. But for $24 to a double LP isn't that bad. Everyone's telling me they sell CDs everywhere, and no, there's no way. He's sold out. No one will leave my boy Sandler on the shelf like that. But it's a single. It's not a gatefold, so it's a single sleeve. It's just black vinyl. Purple labels with just what's on it, so there's nothing really too different about those. And then it comes with an insert here. Comes with the insert here. And then it's just got, it doesn't really have, it has lyrics to the songs that are on this. So for those who don't know, which, I mean, how would you not know who Adam Sandler is or what this record is? Because it's certified gold classic. But anyways, it's skits and then some songs and like sound bites in between it. This came out in 1993 actually. But it says right here, so there's a whole little different bits on here. It's severe beating of, and then it's someone getting beat with corny sound effects. But it says, anyone disturbed by the severe beating segments on this album should be informed that those who received the beatings were beaten not because they were teachers or public servants, but due to the fact that they were mass murderers and or necrophiliacs. Especially the Spanish teacher, Adam Sandler. It's a little like warning. But this has like some really famous people on it from Saturday Night Live. David Spade's on it. I'm drawing a massive blank again. Okay, yeah. David Spade, Rob Schneider, Tim Meadows, Conan O'Brien is on here. It's classic mid-90s humor. I had this on, my friend got this on tape and made me a copy on a tape. We didn't write what was on it because it's like, my parents knew they would take it away because there's some very, very adult humor on here with swearing and sex and innuendo. But, you know, it's got the Thanksgiving song, which everyone knows if you listen to the radio at all in the last fucking 25 years. You heard it around Thanksgiving. At a medium pace, which is a personal favorite of mine. Lunch Lady Land, Toll Booth Willie, welcome to Worcester, $1.25, sir. For you, $1.25. It's just a great sub. Like, this is just classic humor for me. I couldn't pass up my chance to get it on vinyl. And if you don't like this, you can fuck off, because I know a bunch of my friends who don't. They're going to make comments to me about this. Next, I have this Urban Blight, more reality 12-inch EP. Urban Blight were a Canadian hardcore band. The cool thing about this is they definitely made it look like it was like a club DJ LP single. By doing the sleeve with a sticker on it, and then there's different photos on it. But the funny thing is, if you look at these photos, like that's Damien from Fucked Up. Dude, that's Mikey from The Prowl. It's Simon from Career Suicide. There's some others here I can't recognize off the top of my head. Like, that's Urban Blight there, because I saw him. It's on the front, too. But anyways, yeah, Urban Blight, they're a Canadian band. They were a Canadian band. On Slasher Records, which is this really cool label that was out of Canada for a while. And, this comes on transparent gold. I think there's 100 of these or something. This might be a record release version. You got just a black Urban Blight with a Slasher logo. Slasher was a Canadian label that I think was pretty much I don't want to use the word boutique, but it put out a lot of, like, they were all friends with each other, and I think it's just a label to put out their friends' records. It's got an insert here with lyrics. There's some misspellings on the lyric sheet, which I thought were pretty funny. I definitely don't think it was on purpose, but can't find them right now, of course. But yeah, they're like a New York hardcore kind of sounding band from Toronto. They're really cool. They came down here a bunch of times, the Boston area, and the dudes in the band, and they hung out with me, so you literally drive down to Boston all the time to go to shows. You see them at shows all the time. So it says something, if it cuts, it's a slasher. Murder was Slasher's call sign, so this is the age release from Slasher. Manufactured and distributed by Slasher in 2009. But it's just a cool thing. Definitely check this band out. They're fucking sick. Like I said, it's almost like a New York hardcore 80s influence. Really fast songs, like no breakdown, like not like chuggy breakdowns, but just like really cool shit from the Toronto area. But that's Urban Blight. More reality, 12-inch EP. Next, we're gonna go down to, speaking of New York, here we got SubZero Necropolis, City of the Damned. I was hooked up with this when I bought a bunch of records from someone. So this is definitely New York hardcore, but in the 90s. It's very breakdown, very chuggy. This is black vinyl. The sleeves here. This came out on, is it on what I think it is? Yeah, it's on Stab and Kill, which was a label that was out of Boston that only had a handful of releases in the early 2Ks. But it's very chuggy New York hardcore. Not 100% necessarily my thing. It's not horrible yet either. The cool thing about this song, there's a song here, there's a song called Lionhearted, which the singer, I believe, if I'm going to believe the lyrics here, which I do, he beat cancer. So he just goes into how he almost died. I had the fight of my life. I just struggled just to stay alive. I almost died 2 fucking times. but I overcame because this works is mine. I'm in remission and full of new life. Won't flinch at death, I'll stand and fight. Born with these feelings deep inside of me. Born with this purpose I exist to be. So it's a song dedicated to all my fellow cancer survivors and cancer killers. And to the ones that didn't make it but put up the fight trying. One love. Lou, a.k.a. Cancer Killer. A.H. So, I mean, it's a pretty heavy song, but it's got a pretty positive message in it. I think this is readily available, but that's SubZero Necropolis, City of the Damned. Some New York hardcore. The Sam Kill logo. Sam and Kill was at Quincy, right? No, Boston. What year? 2003, I think. 2003, 2004. But yeah, metallic hardcore with breakdowns. Oh, the record's over. All right, we'll put one on after this one. Next in that same ilk, I have Slumlords. This is a picture disc. This record's been pressed multiple times in different pressings. This is a picture disc version. It's on Perfect Victim Records. These guys are out of Baltimore. They're kind of a super group. Well, they are a super group. It's members of the singer of Breakdown sings for this. And it's members of Pulling Teeth, Integrity, Stout, and more. It's basically like AF sound without AF vocal delivery, if that makes any sense. It's very, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it didn't blow my mind. I remember when this came out, you saw this shit everywhere. And you saw Slumlord shirts everywhere. I don't think there are anymore. I think it was kind of like a one-off project, like around for a few years. But that's the Slumlords. What's the name of this record? It might just be self-titled. Yeah, it might just be self-titled. But yeah, it's out of Baltimore. It's Baltimore guys doing a New York hardcore with a singer breakdown. What do you guys want to listen to? You know what? I'm going to put on that. Oh. We're going to listen to Have Heart. Something completely different than what we were just listening to. But from the same area. Alright. So we're going to be the Songs that Scream at the Sun's going to start in a minute. Next I have Off With Their Heads. All Things Move Toward Their End. Off With Their Heads are a band from Minnesota, right? Am I right? Yes, Minnesota. This is a collection of EPs. Like, basically it's their early works, a lot of splits. And, like, splits, comps, a couple, like, 7 inches. Some of the quality of the songs on here are recorded kind of like, if you guys know Off With Their Heads, there's a lot of kind of like rough recording stuff, but it's basically just a collection of all the early jams. And of course it's on No Idea, so it's on some sort of weird gray marble mashup vinyl. I think this has been pressed 7 million times, so if you guys want to buy this on vinyl, minimal effort, you'll find it somewhere. But yeah, Off With Their Heads is kind of like a melodic hardcore, not hardcore, like a melodic punk band. I don't want to say pop punk, like in a vein of Dillinger 4. I believe actually members of Dillinger 4 might have been in this band at one point, but I don't think they are anymore. But like Dillinger 4-esque, Hot Water Music-esque type pop punk rock, really cool shit. Like I said though, these are early recordings. Some of the songs are great. There's a lot of organ. It's like a chunk of them, so they must have been experimenting with an organ. And there's also another record I got from there. That's another Off With Their Heads record. That'll be another video that's unrelated to this, but this is Off With Their Heads on No Idea. Again, you guys No Idea. It's easy to find. All Things Move Towards Their End. Comp LP. Next, I have a gift from my friend Jay, who just got on social media, so I'm going to tag him in this. This is Armed Forces. This came out on Metallic Flame Records, 1984. This thing's kind of beat up. He actually found this for like, he buys a lot of record lots, or like big chunks, so he had a copy. So he was like, this one's shredded, do you just want it? And I'm like, yeah, because it's cool. The vinyl plays clean. It's just the cover has been in a basement. There's also no insert. I think there might have been at one point. But this is some 80s metal. not necessarily hair metal, but not necessarily like speed metal. It's like a weird. There's like the vocals are kind of like a little bit of a falsetto, but the music is definitely not like, you know, bad power ballads or anything of that nature. But Let There Be Metal's the name of the record. These guys are out of New York. I think this is the only thing they ever did. I think they might have changed their name after this. The Metal Guys, if you guys get this far in my video, let me know. And that's Armed Forces, Let There Be Metal. Next I have another Canadian band. This is like the international episode. We got Canada and Spain. But, you know, Boston. No, I'm just fucking with it. This is No Problem, Let God Sort 'Em Out. This is their new release. This just came out probably, if not 2018, late 2017. They're like they're like a punk, hardcore punk band. Snotty vocals. This is black vinyl. They also have the coolest logo. Like fingering on my vinyl here. I love that logo. I just love simplistic band logos. So, like that. That's just so cool looking. So these are they're a Canadian band. It's like fast hardcore punk. There's lots of sound bites on this in between the songs. There's some things here like No Justice, No Peace, which is just an anti-police song that's fucking awesome. There's a whole chant before it from like if you guys have ever protested, which I know I don't want to get into politics, but you know I have. So they do a little protest chant into the song, and the song kicks right in. It's fucking sick. I think this is their third LP. I know they have several 7-inches. This is a high-class record, so that's why the glare is so bad. Even with the plastic sleeve. Even with the plastic sleeve that's wrapped in, it's a high-gloss record. But it's definitely cool. I definitely recommend this stuff. If you're into Descendants, kind of musically, a little bit of a snottier vocal delivery, a little bit fast, a little bit more dirty, if that makes sense. You'll love these guys. I'd definitely check them out. I highly recommend it. This would be one of my picks to quote-unquote click from this episode. But yeah, that's no problem. 3 LPs and a bunch of 7-inches. They're in for the long haul, so they're not fucking around. They're a legit band. Next I have this Unified Right LP. If I can't listen to Unified Right in heaven, then send me straight to hell. Unified Right are a hardcore band out of Florida, Sarasota. This is on Triple B Records. This came out in, I think it was December of this past year. If not, it was probably right after the new year. But it's a cool gatefold here. You got lyrics and the thank yous and all, like, you know, all the info on this side. It comes with this poster. Unified Right, a stronger future than fiction might suggest. It's kind of a collage. And then our teeth sink deeper into the cyborg's breast. And then it's just black vinyl. But it's got a photo of someone playing, another one of them playing hockey. And then it's got... So you know they're a Florida hardcore band. I would say they're a little bit more experimental than your standard straightforward hardcore. The vocals seem to be the vocal delivery isn't different, but they seem to be recorded differently in the mix. Like they kind of fade in and out at times. Definitely a little bit different. There's some talking parts on this too. It's definitely fucking cool. Check it out. I mean, these guys, they're doing something different. This is their first LP. They have a 7-inch out. I think a demo tape. The other thing I want to point out here, this is a Triple B thing with the hand holding the mic stand. Reminds me of Mother Records. I don't know if you did that on purpose, Triple B. If you did, let me know. But yeah, this is Unified Right. If I can't listen to Unified Right in heaven, send me straight to hell. Florida hardcore. It's also funny because they're wearing shirts. Some of the band members are wearing shirts that say, if you can't listen to Unified Right in heaven, send me straight to hell. So, interesting cover. Easy to design somewhat, maybe. That's what's cool about it. So simplistic, but and you know what this is from a mile away. That's Unified Right. And finally, last I have Culture Abuse Daydream. This just came out. This is on Epitaph Records. This is like... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it that does it justice. It's definitely not hardcore. It comes with the Daydream. And then it's, I believe it's just black vinyl, yeah. It's black vinyl. This is also a readily available record. So isn't a thing that things, basically everything I showed here except for Armed Forces is readily available. So they're kind of like a shoegazy rock. So it comes with this huge poster. Then you flip it over and it's just got the lyrics on that side. Smiley face. But yeah, it's like a kind of a shoegazy, you know, Daydream is very fitting, like chill. The lyrics are a little heavy, but the delivery isn't really as heavy. You know, it's just, it's very interesting stuff. Very different than what you would think on Epitaph. Very different than everything I've shown today, too. I dig this record. It's got, it does have a buzz. I know they're going on a tour, which they're playing Boston in October 10th, I believe. But it's very different, very chill. I recommend it if you guys are into, if you know, want to move away from heavy stuff for a bit. Definitely check it out. It seems to be the hardcore kids' choice of like a non-hardcore record right now, which, you know, it happens. But that's Culture Abuse Daydream. I'll put everything here. I'm going to post links, so you guys can check out everything. But that's all I got today. So thanks for watching. This is Have Heart. We started off with Sunshine Ward, 2 Boston locals. So sound completely different, but I dig both of them because that's what it's all about. Wrestling Rules Says Mankind. And fucking, you know, listen to the Art of Wrestling podcast that I was on. I'll link that. And hang out and party and go see bands play and buy records. And leave comments and subscribe. Please subscribe.